This is an African issue. Our founding fathers failed us. Jomo Kenyatta failed us. He's one of the founding fathers who failed us.
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela failed South Africans. Why? Because they skipped step one, which is decolonization. They just went into step two.
Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this up. So now you have Africans saying that their leaders failed Africa. And they're calling out Africa. And Africa's been, they gatekeep their cultures. When you go from Uganda to Ghana, you are a foreigner. They have their own culture, and they don't see themselves as the same people. But the minute we try to gatekeep our culture, we became xenophobic. We became a problem. We've seen all the issues that's going on in Africa, right? From South Africa all the way up to Benin, from Benin all the way over to Sudan, from Sudan down to Uganda, from Uganda down to Tanzania, up through Botswana, back to South Africa. We've seen all these issues that they have going on amongst each other, and how the W man comes in there and keep their countries dilapidated, right? Put in fake leaders to make it seem like they're running the country when really they're not. They having these people run the countries into the ground so that way they can't develop themselves. They then turn around and fight each other and be mad at each other and be tribalistic towards each other, but not the W man, because he swoops in to save the day. So he's looked at as a savior, right? They come over to America with that same mentality, and they have an issue with us and not W supremacy. So we start gatekeeping our culture and saying, no, foundational Black American is a lineage. We're protecting ourselves. We're taking care of our people. We're taking care of us, right? It's funny how y'all got a problem with us, but your people are saying the same thing about your own leaders. That's the hypocrisy. Then you have our beautiful sisters saying this.
And there are some, like, for example, Raven Simone, who said, I'm not African American, I'm Black American. Like, we've had way too many generations of my family in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And the only culture I know is Black culture. I don't know anything about African culture. So I'm going to claim to be. And
so then they need to add that to the list.
I feel like they really, and not really as like a, like, not really, I feel like, you know how like when it's like they'll put like the Hispanic Latino, like, and it's like its own separate category because it's not technically like a race. I feel like they need to do something like that to like branch it, like branch it or whatever. But like I feel like it's time
like have like Africans and then have / Black Americans.
Or like something like, and I'm not saying that like, and I don't feel like it should cause any type of like division or whatever. I feel like this is more of a matter of ethnicity rather than like race. Does that make sense?
And she basically saying, listen, we ain't African. My people are from here. Now, we may have genetics, and genetically we may have African, but our people for the most part is here. My people go back to the South. This is what she's saying. We need to have something on the paper where it separates the African and the Black American. We've been here for hundreds of years, right? We're totally different people. We never even been there. We don't know nothing about that. That's not our land. That's not our people. If it's my people, then okay, you know what? On that so-called DNA test I took, out of my 62% African, it said that I was. 42 on one and 44% said I'm Nigerian. So let me go back to Nigeria. Give me some land, and because I'm the one people that was stolen, right? Give me some land and automatic citizenship. If not, miss me with the foolishness. Give me some land, automatic citizenship. Because you basically telling me that I'm African. And I was taken from a place against my will. My people against my will. Right? Y'all never fought to come back to get me. Right? If based off your narrative, so why I gotta go back with a bag and gotta go through all kinds of ringers to get citizenship? Man, miss me with that foolishness. Man, who you think you're talking to? But even Jamaicans are coming out now, and they're saying they're copying what we've been saying, and they're saying that they're not African as well.
You have some Blacks and Africans that get offended when Jamaicans say that they're not Africans. Yes, we know that majority of us is from African descent, but we are not Africans. We are a set of people That is out of many one people. That is what is on our coat of arms. We're not Africans, we're Jamaicans with African descent. Majority black, but we're not Africans. And this is what set us apart, even from black Americans. African can come here and claim black Americans. They cannot claim Jamaican. We have our own land. We have our own system. We have our own culture. We have our own food. Our own music. So we are not Africans, we are Jamaicans. And we derive from many things. Yes, the African percentage is high up there because we're majority black, but we derive from many things. So we're not Africans, we're Jamaicans. And people shouldn't get offended when we claim that we're just raw Jamaicans, because we're proud people. And we're proud that we are from the island of Jamaica. We don't have to claim that we're Africans. Two different set of people, two different everything. System, everything. So no, we are not Africans. We are proud Jamaicans. And don't try to take that from us. We have our own flag, our own independence, our own culture. We have everything that is our own, that make us very unique and set us apart from Africans. So we're not Africans. We're from African descent, but we're not Africans. We're proud black Jamaican. We're proud black people, Jamaican. And that's it.
And she's saying, listen, we are Jamaicans. We got our own culture, our own dance, our own food, our own nation, our own flag, our own everything. We're not, she said, DNA wise, we're probably more African, but we're a little mixture of everything because of the slavery, right? I get it. I have absolutely no problem with what she said, none. My only issue is when we say it, don't make it be a problem. America's the place that all y'all want to flee to, so y'all get to say it, but we can't. No. Y'all been watching us and been hearing us and been saying, man, them black Americans finally waking up, man, and they're right. All right, well, look, we're going to do the same thing, though. Man, we always set the trends, man. Whatever we do, everybody else follow and go. We always set the trends. But let's get back and let's look at what this African guy is saying about the people of his country.
This is an African issue. Our founding fathers failed us. Jomo Kenyatta failed us. He's one of the founding fathers who failed us. Yeah. Nelson Mandela failed South Africans. Why? Because they skipped step one, which is decolonization. They just went into step two, which is governing. How can you govern a country without decolonizing it? A country that has been under colonization for so long. You're saying that now we are free. So now that because black people are now ruling an African country, let's continue inheriting colonial systems and let's use those colonial systems to run Africa. This time it's black people running those colonial systems. And you expect those colonial systems to work for Africans, yet they were not designed to benefit the African. They were designed to benefit Europeans.
Could never be a success.
How can you... So now you expect the colonial systems to work because there are black people running it. Let me tell you something. Even if it's the angel running colonial systems, they will never, ever, ever, ever benefit the African until they're decolonized, because those colonial systems were designed by the white man to benefit the white man only and not the African till this day. An example is the extraction economy. The extraction economy was designed to benefit was designed to benefit the European and any other person that's outside of Africa apart from the African. Take the chrome, take the gold, take the diamonds, take coltan, lithium, anything that South Africa has, whichever raw materials that they have. Take the raw materials, take them to China, take them to Europe for processing, sell them back the electronics, sell them back the whatever finished product they've made at 100% markup. Surely, how does that make sense in the 21st century till this day? What South Africans need to do is that they need to elect leaders who will decolonize the South African economy so that the South African economy can work for South Africa.
And as you can see, he's saying that they failed because they chose, they want to run the country. They want to run a country without decolonizing the minds of the African people. How's that going to work? That's what he's saying. It's not going to work. You're actually going to run the country the same way your oppressor did. And you're going to do the same things to your people that the oppressor did. This is what he's saying. This is what he's blowing the whistle on. This is what he's calling out, right? But when we say this, all of a sudden we're a problem. But I'm not saying it, the African's saying it. Don't be mad at me. Don't leave me no nasty messages. He's saying this. If you disagree with him, go find him. Because he ain't the only one that's come out and said this. He's not the only one. There's been scores of Africans coming out and saying this and calling out African leadership for running the countries into the ground and stealing money, living over in Europe, not even caring about their own people, practicing pan-tribalism, not pan-Africanism. They've been saying this, not foundational Black Americans ain't have to say it. They've been saying this themselves. They've been blowing the whistle on this. So now you got this man out here, he's saying that African leaders failed Africa. It's been a colossal failure. So now a lot of them are fleeing. They're going over into London and they're having the same issues in London where this beautiful sister is breaking down what's going on over there and how they're doing the same thing there that they're doing here.
Background saying, no, like at the end of the day, that's just Black British culture. That's not Caribbean culture, even though it is Caribbean culture. When I said, do Jamaicans need to start gatekeeping against disrespect from other communities? Do you know how many people from different West African backgrounds came on to tell me what they think we as Caribbean people should do?
Can I interrupt for a second?
Hold on. And Jamaican people should do. No, I don't think you should gatekeep. No, there's nothing to gatekeep. Well, you guys don't even have a culture, so what are you gatekeeping? We have people come on pretending to be Jamaican. Someone who was oh my gosh, what was the West? It wasn't Nigerian or Ghanaian, it was a different country in West Africa. He came on pretending to be Jamaican to tell us, no, you guys shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. And I said, there's something else going on here, because I don't go to other people's community lives and tell them what I think about what they should do among themselves. So there's something else going on here. And the reason that the prompt is what it is, to answer your question, long way around, but you weren't here from the beginning, so I had to take you through the whole history of it. The whole Black British thing, I believe, because of the context I've been seeing it used in, I believe that it's an attempt to silence. So when I've responded to disrespect, it's been used. We're all Black British. You shouldn't be saying that, Coley. And then the other thing is to erase, because when people are talking about what so-called Black British culture is, they're referencing Caribbean heritage culture in the UK. And then when I'm going back and forth and saying that's Caribbean though, no, it's just Black British. No, it isn't. And we're not going to do that, because in the UK, we go by ethnicity. White people go by ethnicity, Asians go by it, mixed race people go by it, and Black people go by it. We have different ethnic groups. So what is this attempt? Okay. Every time we talk about Caribbeanness now, all of a sudden, no, that's all of us. That's all of ours. And you guys don't have a culture. It's shared. We're all Black. No. So that's what the initial prompt is about, the number one, which you just referenced.
All right. So let me get this right from
British at the end of the day. So basically, I shouldn't respond to the disrespect because we're all Black British. And for me to respond to that is me being anti-African, actually. So the whole of the content, which is crazy, but I'm being anti-African in responding to the disrespect from the West African people that were being disrespectful, because we're all Black British, we're all the same, so I shouldn't have a problem, essentially. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Setting borders of East African nations that shares borders with West African nations before they were created. Okay. But when you talk about tribes, no, they did not see each other as the same people. Right. That is the simple answer. When tribes fought each other, they didn't see each other as the same people. That's the truth.
I agree. Yeah. So how then can everyone be the same? How can all Black people be the same? We're all just family, brothers, siblings. Like, how is that possible?
I also answer your question that I don't even see my brother as the same as me. So there is no such thing as the same people.
I'll say this, man. Listen, man. Listen. As foundational Black Americans, we got to continue to gatekeep. We got to continue to come together as a people and build, right? And, you know, we got to force people. You teach people how to respect you by the way you treat each other and the way you treat yourselves, right? This is the whole thing. You want to tether to respect you, then we show up and we show and prove, and we show with power where they have to shut their mouth for, because there could be a punishment behind that for disrespecting Black Americans, because now we have leverage. We have negotiating power. So we do that by coming together in numbers. We do that by coming together and building together as a unit, and we bring something economically to the table in the system of capitalism. People say they don't like capitalism, but this is where we live. And you ain't changing the system no time soon. This is where we live. So we better manipulate it to work for us and bend it to work for us in our favor like all the other groups do. Stop letting people tell you all this bull crap. They ain't got to stand in the military to stop nothing. They're not leaving the country, and they get up and go to work every day. So if you are taking part of the system, you better find ways to manipulate the system to make it work for you. And that's just real talk. I ain't giving you this shea butter crap that they keep giving you. That's really holding us back. You got to manipulate the system as a people to make it work for you. Listen, Dr. Claude Anderson's talking about reparations. The only way to get reparations is you have to be a part of the system. You have to have power within the system. You have to have leverage within the system. You have to negotiate within the system. That's just the way it goes. So when these other people come here and they want to undermine us, we have to understand that, and we have to use our leverage, our power as a people to make sure we can neutralize those threats when they come here to do that. But again, Jamaicans are separating themselves. People over Caribbean people in the UK are separating themselves. Man, Black Americans, we're a very powerful people, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.